Fawlty Towers star Cleese said the happiest time of his life was when he was a teacher, even though he had studied sciences and maths at A-level and his old headmaster asked him to come back and teach 3 other subjects he didn't have a clue about. Cleese was told by the head to just wing it by staying 1 page ahead of his pupils in their textbooks, but one bright young spark in his class found him out. The Monty Python comedian, who took up the invite because he had to wait 2 years before going to Cambridge University after school due to a lack of places, said, "During that time I taught, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think in a funny way it's almost the happiest period in my life. I love the teachers because I'd been at the school as a boy. And it taught me a lot of stuff that had never been taught at school." When the headmaster heard that I couldn't get into Cambridge, he actually rang me up and said come and have a chat. And when I got there he said to me, "Would you like to come and teach?" I thought, well, it would be lovely because I knew all the masters. I said, "Mr. Tolson, but what do you want me to teach?" And he said English, history, and geography. Cleese, who had only just completed A-levels in physics, chemistry, and maths, continued, "And I was appalled. I said I don't know anything about any of them, I've just done 31 out of 36 lessons a week in science." And he said, "John, they're 10-year-olds, stay a page ahead." And that's what I did. He added, and then the first class I ever had, there was a little guy, and to my horror, I discovered he knew the dates of every king and queen of England and he started asking me, "Sir, what are the dates of Henry VIII? Of course, I didn't have the slightest idea. I said, "We're not talking about Henry VIII at the moment, we'll talk about that later," and then made some excuse, ran off to the common room and looked it up in a book, and came back and said, "Oh, incidentally, Henry VIII was 1509 to 1547. And then I fled upstairs and spent the next 2 days in my little garret room with a gas fire learning the dates. And I can now do all the dates of all the kings and queens, and I can also do the capitals, because this little so-and-so could do all the capitals too." So I sort of had a chance to educate myself. Cleese added on the Show Talk podcast, "I think education teaching people is a really honorable thing to do. I very much admire people who do it. I take my hat off to any teachers,